Hello Aquarius, I hope you're keeping well my dears. This is your collective love reading. It's going to take you through the rest of September, and Spirit's putting predictions out there for October, November and partially December as well. So let's see what we've got coming through for you. Your cards are bouncing out. Did you see those two there? Those two, I mean. Queen of Pentacles and the World, that's in reverse. Before I was coming into the reading, I was getting a vibe, an Aries vibe, of not being able to let go of the past. It may be that there's been strong communication between you and might be an Aries at the moment. But Aries rules Mars, and Mars is about communication, getting things done, passion, motivation, change. But it can also be about anger as well. And there's something that just isn't being put to rest here. Just do those special things for me please guys, it'll really help build the channel. It's the liking, the sharing and the subscribing. That's fabulous, thank you very much. I think we're ready and raring to go. So what can you give me please, Spirit, for Aquarius? Strong Aries coming into this reading, you know. Now it doesn't discount the reading if you're not involved with an Aries, but Spirit really wants me to put that out there. What have you got for me predictively, please, Spirit, for Aquarius for the period of September, October, November and partially December in love? What can you give me? They wanted to take me to take from the middle. I mean, you can't make this up. You just see me split the deck there. The World, that's in the upright. I feel that's you pushing for closure. You've let something go, but there's somebody else, like a flipping crow, that just keeps coming in and pecking you here. They keep pecking you. How does your party, how are they coming into the reading from now and predictively in love? 5 of Cups. I'm telling you, you can't make this up. I was sensing it coming into the reading. They're really, I'm just going to put it out there, they're really pissed about something. What can you give me please, Spirit, of what's going down for Aquarius and their party as of this moment? There's an ignoring here, you know, because every time I try to work out a download, I'm blocked. Someone's being ignored. I feel it might be you turning away now from your party. There's a vibe of I've done as much as I'm able to do. I can't do any more than that. As if you can't be wasting your time trying to convince this other party that something isn't how they're seeing it. But you're leaving it with them now. You're thinking, I've done what I can do. I've gone as I've see, look, the words are getting tangled up. Spirit's coming in really strongly. You've gone as far as you can go with this person. And now you're just giving them the space to let them find their own closure or sit in this lack mentality, this lack way of being, because you can't offer anymore. What's the situation between you and your party going from now and predictively moving forward? The Moon, withdrawal, quietness, lack of clarity, or seeing things, both of you, from a different perspective. But I'm getting that you're seeing it from their perspective, but you don't agree with them, but you're leaving it with them. But your party just wants to convince you that the way that they're seeing it is the right way. And this is why they're not getting anywhere. How does your party, how do they view Aquarius from now, predictively, moving forward? Seriously, 10 of Swords. You've cut them off. Now that may not be how it is, but that's how they're viewing it. Because of I'm hearing shroud. Shroud. What is it that your party, they're not revealing to you as of this moment? Spirit's telling me to split the deck and then take from there. The Chariot. They're putting distance between you and them. They are actually moving on. they're just not telling you this. I feel they're trying to keep you in a place of guilt, and you're not buying it anymore because you don't think it's acceptable. They may be giving you the impression, or might give you the impression, that they're still caught up with this issue, but that's not the case. Behind the scenes, they're actually moving forward. They just want to keep you in a position of guilt, possibly shame, blocking you from moving on. They don't want to forgive you with something. The flame went really strongly then when I said that. What's your party's fears, anxieties and concerns when it comes to the connection? Page of Swords. I'm hearing truth. You're really finding out the truth. How does your party, how do they plan to move the connection forward with you? Now, this doesn't mean say you're going to get back together, or you're going to get together, or whatever this dynamic is. It just means how are things going to progress. 6 of Wands. Now, usually Spirit will give me guidance, and it'll be the last card down here. But because it's a predictive reading, Spirit's been telling me to take another card of where things are at this moment. 7 of Swords. That's you trying to get away from this issue, I feel. Somebody will just not let it go. Again, I mean, that is Gemini energy, but it's also ruled by the moon. Now, Spirit is saying it's 6 to 10 weeks between the energy. So if you're associating with this as we go through the reading now, this is what's going to unfold over the next 6 to 10, if not 12 weeks. If you recognise this as being in the past, this is where you're at and what's going to unfold as of this moment or moving forward. There's about 6 to 10 weeks between this energy and those energies. Your party then, they don't like it that you've put your foot down. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Look, there's the Queen of Pentacles again. I feel you've balanced yourself. You've got yourself to a really good place. You've really bust your gut to get to this place where you're at. Spiritually, you really are in a fab position, I'm getting. You're able to let the old go. I'm really blocked here, you know. I feel someone's trying to ignore you, to stop you moving on, to leave you in that mindset or that energy of panicking. It really isn't a nice energy. But they're doing it on purpose because they don't want you to move on. I feel there's somebody around you or has been around you that is constantly guilt tripping you. They have moved on from this issue. They're just not telling you that because they want to stop you from moving on. They want to keep filling you with this doubt, and because you're in an energy or a space now of being thankful, appreciative, really valuing what it is that you've got, gratitude, they can see this change within you and they're trying to resist you changing. What can you give me, please, Spirit, with this World card? Queen of Hazards, that's the Queen of Pentacles again. Spirit has drawn me really heavily as well towards this deck. It's a heavy deck illustration wise. I'm hearing karma, but I'm also getting, as the Magician, manifesting your new beginning. You're moving forward. You've got everything that you need. And the Queen of Swords, you're putting your foot down. You are not taking any messing. Yeah, I went off on one there. Spirit is saying karma, but they're also saying shadow side. It's as if when you've been doing all your shadow work or dealing with stuff from the past or letting go of this toxic behaviour, they've liked you being in that position, and they're giving you the impression they don't want you to feel relief from whatever it is that you've done. Say you've upset them, they want to keep guilt tripping you, but you've got to the point now where you've done everything in your power to apologize. And this Queen of Swords, when she's putting her foot down, it doesn't have to be extremely harsh. It can be words as, I've done everything that I can possibly do to try and bring closure to this situation. There's no more that I can do, that I can give, or what I can say to draw a line under this. There isn't. And you've tried to accommodate this lacking energy, but they don't want you to. They just don't want you to move on, even though they know they're being unreasonable. What can you give me, please, Spirit, with this Five of Cups? This Five of Cups energy. I mean, that is ruled by Scorpio, but it's ruled by Mars as well. So there's deep upset here. I feel it's you have done something to them and you've brought it to an end. It's as if they've said, you need to get your shit together. That's exactly what you've done. You've really taken control here, but they see you now as popping out the other end. And they're worried you're going to see them for who they are as well. My dog's groaning outside the door there, I'm sorry. Clear, strong guidance on this Five of Cups, please, Spirit. Seven of Swords, that's the dishonesty. They're trying to keep you down. Every time you get onto a level playing field with them, or to a good place, they feel threatened because they don't want you to be healing. Ace of Cups. And the World, that's in the upright. They still have feelings for you. I feel some of you aren't even together. So much dishonesty here. Really isn't a pleasant energy at all, especially with that being Mars energy, that Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords. It is that is your energy, but that's ruled by the moon. They're going about something so wrongly, or just the wrong way. And this Ace of Cups, it doesn't have to be a starting of a loving connection. It can be a restoring of harmony. But the place that they're coming from, it's as if they're wanting to be involved with you, but they don't want to say it. So they're guilt tripping you, hoping you'll keep coming back, trying to mend this situation, instead of them just stepping forward and saying, can we still be together? But I'm telling you, it's gone off here, because the World there, it's on blooming fire. Your party knows this relationship has gone as far as it can go, or whatever this connection is made up of, but they're trying to hold you back or keep putting you down because they know you'll go on and get more. It's about you'll find someone that's more compatible, and they don't like it. You've accepted the place that you've got yourself to, what's gone on for you within, and the impact it's had on the environment around you and other people as well. You've owned up, possibly apologised. You've really taken responsibility here and really wanted to move forward. But what you're trying to say to them is you can't keep throwing this back at me because I'm not that same person anymore. It's as if you've been under the influence, but what you were so caught up in, or this selfish energy that you was in a way it was like a cry for help, but you've got yourself out of that energy. You've apologised, you've tried to mend things with others around you, and you're getting everything right. But there's a person here that doesn't want you to move on. Now, it may be something else that you're passionate about, but they're trying to break your balls here. They really don't want you to move forward, and they're going to keep you in a putting you down energy, because that's what feels safe to them. That is the only way they're able to show their emotions here. The fear within them is absolutely shocking. What's these two cards that wanted to come out? 7 of Cups and 5 of Cups. They're getting overwhelmed because they feel something's gone as far as it can go. They know that, but they don't want you to go on and find something or someone who's more compatible. Because as soon as you come into that energy or make that connection, if you're complimenting each other, you and this new person or whatever it is that you're coming into union with, it's going to draw more of your qualities out. You're going to revolve, and they don't want to see it. They're trying to sabotage you moving forward. And that's why the world there, when it's come up in their energy, it's on fire. But the world here, it's completely balanced, and you've got closure. What can you give me on this 7 of Swords again? What we've got again, please, Spirit. 4 of Swords. Two of Wands. Sorry if my hands are black here, but I've been saging like you wouldn't believe. And 6 of Cups. They're trying to stop you from being able to make a decision comfortably. But these decisions that you're making, it's to do with healing. It may be inner child work, but there's something that's really helping you grow. And I feel they may even be putting you in testing situations to get you to break, to become vulnerable again. And you won't do it. And whenever you try to make a decision or you prioritize because of the environments you can and can't be in, because it'll cause you to go into a downward spiral, they're trying to create overwhelm here, and this is where the shady energy is coming in. They want you to be overwhelmed and get overwhelmed from stuff, maybe from a child, or get triggered. This person is so needy, so needy. They don't want you to heal. It's scary how this codependency, because there's stuff from a kid or stuff from a childhood, and that's the reason I'm getting these two people coming up here, the 2 kids in this card. One's providing healing to the other. That may even be you to yourself. I feel strongly that it is. You've forgiven yourself now, but you know why you did it. You have full understanding around the actions that you've made, but they don't want you to come to that place of closure. But you have to prioritize the environments that you're in and hold back, because you'll be triggered. I'm hearing alcohol, but they're not. They're wondering where they're going to fit in. And what I mean by that is they don't want you to be able to support yourself. They want to be the one that supports you. It's as if you're trying to move on and they're clipping your heels from behind, purposely trying to trip you up. That's what Spirit's showing me. Now remember, guys, this may have gone down 6 to 10 weeks ago. It may be in your recent past. So this is how it's going to be moving forward. All of this energy that's here. If you're associating with this energy now, this can be how it's going to be moving forward. For some of you, you aren't going to reach this point until Spirit's saying Sagittarius. That's going to be November, December. What can you give me, please, Spirit, on this moon energy? Being blocked again. 8 of Swords. Now this is what's going on between the both of you, or what will go on between the both of you. 10 of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. When you get in particular settings, you get triggered. I feel there's something in the past that's made you emotional. And you used to have to go back into self-preservation because you wasn't quite in the place to be able to deal with it, because you used to get overwhelmed. Or back then you knew you had to prioritise. Might be because there was children involved, or it might be because this inner child work, this shadow side needed doing, it needed prioritising to bring you into alignment. But what's going on now? I feel you're holding back, that in between this time of healing, you found or noticed somebody else who would be more fitting. And you want to tell them that you want to get with this. I'm hearing complimentary person, but you're worried about all of the upset that's going to come with it in case that triggers whatever it is that you've been dependent on in the past or has controlled you. You've held yourself back, I feel, from this party that's over here. In the past, you've done a lot of work, you've prioritised, and you've really took control of a situation. Maybe that there's children involved, but during this process of healing, you found somebody else that you feel fits, I'm hearing fits the bill better. But you're worried moving forward about this risk. And the risk is, if this party over here takes it bad, it might then trigger you. And you're working so hard to stay within this balanced frame of mind, environment, that this energy over here really does throw up some red flags, because they've got the power or this ability. No, you're right, they haven't got the power, but they've got the ability to be able to really sabotage any growth that you make. But you have to be involved with them. Clear, strong guidance, please, Spirit. There's healing that's gone on between the recent past or the past and how Spirit is seeing it now, whenever this reading fits you. For some of you, this bit here isn't going to unfold, as I said, until Sagittarius, which is November, December. But they're going to try and play happy families. But by playing happy families, it means that you've got to be involved in something and go along with the part. This is why for some of you, I'm feeling like it's celebratory, or I'm hearing Christmas. And it's a risk. It's a risk being in that environment. But there's an expectancy on you here. This Ten of Swords then, what can you give me on this? Oh, did you see that there? Fling out. Two of Cups in reverse. King of Swords. And Ten of Hazards. They see you at the moment as blocking them or cutting them off, because you're not able to come together within this particular environment. There's something here to do with food, a meal, something celebratory, a buffet, something like that. And you can't come together in this environment, and you've made it absolutely clear and taken action towards all of these blockages that you have. Ten of Hazards, it can be seen as prosperity, wealth, and accumulation of good things. But it can also be blockages. And Spirit saying, the hazards, the hazards, the hazards. There's a constant needing to remind you here, but a party you're involved with wants to keep making it difficult. Or you're needing to stay in control and balance. And I'm hearing about a temper, because you're going to be judged on it. There's a provoke around here somewhere. But this party actually thinks they're a victim. They think you've cut them off because you don't want to be in an environment with them. You're removing yourself emotionally and making it clear and taking action to deal with what the things are of priority. They really do feel hard done by here. They're not realising it isn't about them. It's about you needing to stay on top of your game. Needing to stay in control. But they're not bothered about whether you're in control or you're vulnerable or not. They just want you to come together with them to help them feel better. But they see you now as removing your emotions and becoming quite cold. When that's possibly not the case. It's just that you're making it very clear and taking action that there's other things that have priority that need dealing with. What can you give me with this Chariot, please, Spirit? What is it that Aquarius's party is holding back? 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the Emperor. They're fearing control and they want everything to revolve around them or their decisions to make them feel more in control. But you're not. You're standing your ground here because there's somebody or something that you've got to show you're more in control now. Look, I'm not how I used to be, or I'm not how I was. You can give me this responsibility. I've moved on from being that person now. I can be trusted. So this really isn't a nice energy. But let's just see. Page of Swords then, please, Spirit. Clear, strong guidance. What can you give me as their fears, anxieties and concerns when it comes to the connection? Page of Wands. Justice. There's that needing to show yourself, maybe a court case, something like that, and King of Wands. Whatever it is that you have been motivated to go towards, they see you balancing out. And it's been the right thing for you to do. Like a healing of old wounds. A healing has come from something that you're putting your energy into and you're researching. And they feel you're getting your karma now. Good karma. Good things are going to come to you because of this energy that you've embraced. The positions that you're continually putting yourself in. But they don't like it. And that's what they're threatened by. I'm not sensing you're doing anything wrong here. What I'm getting is that you've absolutely bust your balls to get yourself into the right place, to do everything right. But this person just doesn't want to give you an easy ride. They can see you moving on, developing, and that's the last thing that they want. What can you give me on this 6 of Wands, please, Spirit, of what action Aquarius's party is going to take? The Moon. 6 of Swords. And Ace of Wands. I mentioned the energy back at the beginning of how I feel your party has moved on, but they're not telling you that because they want to make it seem like they're still caught up in the past and they can't let something go, but that's not the case. And I'm feeling here that they're moving forward, but they're not telling you they're moving forward. Because they want you to struggle moving forward and to try and trigger you. They're trying to get a response out of you here. I feel they may start moving forward with you, cooperating, but they're not going to fully reveal everything. Or you're going to stop confiding in them. And that's why they're finding it difficult and they're getting triggered because they feel that they haven't got as much input now. You're getting input from elsewhere, and that's what they don't like. Or they're going to try and make it difficult for you to move forward, so you'll get triggered. You really need to have your wits about you here. This isn't an energy that can be taken lightly. As I said, it's you walking forward and someone clipping your heels from behind because they want you to fall. But not just because they want you to fall, but they want other people or authorities or whatever it is that's involved in the mix here to see you fail as well. It really, really isn't a nice energy. Sending massive hugs your way. Sorry to deliver this, Aquarius, but it's just what come through. And yeah, look forward to catching up with you early October. Bye.